Okay, this is a reteaching video for the law of conservation of matter. So hopefully you remember from class that the law of conservation of matter states that matter cannot be created or destroyed. This is a rule in science that says all matter in the whole world cannot be made and it cannot be destroyed. We can't take it apart and get rid of it. Okay? All we can do is change or rearrange the particles. Okay? That's the law of conservation of matter. Matter cannot be created or destroyed. An example of this happens probably every day when somebody at home drives a car. So whether somebody at home is driving a car or the bus driver is driving you to school, they have to put fuel in your car to get the engine to run. This is showing you what's happening on the molecule level when the engine in your car burns fuel. So this right here is a molecule of gasoline. Okay, what that gasoline does is it goes through a chemical reaction with oxygen and creates carbon dioxide and water. And that's why you see that smoky stuff come out of the tailpipe of a car. It's carbon dioxide. So let's look at this. On the left-hand side of the screen, this is the starting part of the reaction. So in our gasoline, we have one black particle, and we have 4 white particles. And the oxygen is made up of a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one of those little spheres is a particle, 4 red particles. Afterwards, then, let's go and count the particles and see if we have the same number. So here, the CO2, we have 1 black particle. Okay, I can see on the the water over here that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 white particles, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 red particles. So now let's compare the number of particles at the end to the number of particles at the beginning. And you can see whether it's the black one, the white one, or the red one, we still have the same number of particles. This shows that the law of conservation of matter is true. Even though these things go through a chemical reaction, the gasoline and the oxygen, it's still going to give us back the same amount of matter that we put in. It just changes the form it's in or how we arrange it. Here's another example. I might have a cup of hot water, and that cup of hot water is 100 grams. I'm going to make hot chocolate with this. So with my hot chocolate mix, I've got about 25 grams of hot chocolate mix and 5 grams of mini marshmallows that I'm going to put in there. If the law of conservation of matter is true, what would the final mass of my hot chocolate be when I put the mix, the cup, the hot water, and the marshmallows all together? What would that final mass be? Take a second to figure that out. Hopefully, you said 130 grams. That would be correct. We would find that out by adding together the 3 masses here, 100 grams of hot water in the cup, 25 grams of hot chocolate mix, and 5 grams of mini marshmallows coming together to make 130 grams. This would prove or show the law of conservation of matter to be true. Here's a couple check your learning questions. Make sure that you can answer these questions, and if you're having a hard time, go back and rewatch this video. Thanks, guys.